about liberties.
Good afternoon, everybody. Welcome back to Eleutheria. Sorry, I've been playing with my camera again. So it's not in the right place again. Sorry. Let me try fix this by making it worse. That's a lot better. Hello, anti-Marxist, Malpit, and Tony. Alberta checking in again. That's flippin' awesome. Thank you. Thank you. Thanks for being here. How's everybody doing on this fine Tuesday? It's Tuesday, right? Yeah, it's Tuesday. Yeah. I'm sorry I started late because my grandnephew was here and he grabbed my glasses, so there's finger marks on them. Little chubby baby finger marks all over them. It's very cool. Sorry, anti-Marxist. I made you seasick. I've stopped now. Although I still don't think the camera's straight. Seriously need to figure out a better way to stand this camera up. Because right now this ain't working too well at all. That's a bit better. Right? Am I right? Yeah, that's right. Okay. So, a little... Okay, there's a comment I want to address. 7 a.m. Coffee and Baileys. You know what? You're obviously retired, so I'm like not going to judge you for that at all. I heard through the grapevine that NDZ is pushing for a tobacco ban again, regardless of the High Court judgment in the Batsa case. Yeah, look, NDZ's ego is not going to tolerate being told, no, you can't do whatever you like. That there's actually a constitution in this country and that you need to abide by that. Like, she's not going to handle that. So, yeah. And then Drunk Questioner is here wishing me luck for my rant because he knows what I'm about to rant about. Because his video and sharing it on Facebook and me getting into a debate with his friend on Facebook in the comments is what has sparked this rant that you're about to enjoy. But now he's going to go off to training and won't be here to enjoy it live. So, yeah. Anyway, let's just get a few more viewers here before I launch into that. How's that? How are we looking on YouTube? What are they doing? My children are making weird noises. It's very, very weird. Oh, sorry, Dylan. I didn't deliberately ignore your comment. So, hello. Yeah, so the NDZ thing, look, I really hope that she's not going to ban cigarette sales. Like, I really hope. Because, you know, we've scientifically shown that cigarette bans don't help with COVID admissions. So, and besides which, people just carried on smoking anyway. So, yeah. Yeah, they're doing well at getting the numbers of cases up so we can be locked down some more. Exactly. It's But this is what Morning Shots, one or two of Morning Shots videos in December actually showed us, is that every measure that they put in place actually just made the cases jump more. Like, obviously, I don't think that the restrictions made the infections jump, but, you know, yeah, a virus is going to virus, and there ain't nothing we can do about it. So, yeah. What are we going to do? Like, just get on with our lives. Because that seems to be the best idea. Don't you think? I think. Hello, Mr. Punisher. Okay, we've got 13 people watching. How many likes have we got so far? Because please like the video, because it helps drive viewership. And also, if you're new here, especially if you're watching the replay, please subscribe to my channel. This is Eleutheria, where we talk about liberty Monday to Friday, live at 15:45 every single day. So, just join. Subscribe. It's free. And ring the bell so that you get a notification every time I go live. Yeah, the cases don't even qualify as cases because of the amount of PCR cycles they're doing to actually get the positives. So, yeah. Tony thinks there is something going on under the table as we are being kept in the dark. Yeah. Yeah, that's been how I have felt since March. Pretty much. So, afternoon sun is really my nemesis because it really messes with the lighting. But anyway, what I look like doesn't really matter. It's what I have to say. So, let's get on with that. Yeah, I agree. Yeah, it's about the virus. If people are sick now in summer, it is because of the lockdown, unemployment, and fear are breaking down immune systems. Not only that, okay? And this actually is part of my rant as well. But I didn't quite know how to segue into that. So thank you for giving me the opportunity to rant about this now. What has happened for 9 months since March 2020 is people have not been going and following up on their ongoing conditions. So whether that's chronic conditions or even if it's an acute condition that does tend to repeat for those specific people, they have not been seeking medical help. Okay. They have also been locked down and put under unprecedented amounts of stress because it's incredibly hard to work from home and look after your family at the same time. And I mean, never mind those parents that were still like struggling to work full time and at the same time had to homeschool their kids. Like, really? How they did not break last year, I don't know. So these people have been leading pretty much unhealthy, stressful lives for 9 months. I mean, we weren't even allowed to exercise. A lot of people weren't even motivated to exercise. There was a lot of stuff going on for everybody that meant that their health paid the ultimate price. So what happened was December rolled around and people realized, hang on a minute. We still have a lot of medical aid left for the year. And I'm not feeling too lekker. So I'm going to go off to the doctor that I've been avoiding for 9 months because I thought I was doing the right thing by saving the resources for all these people that are horribly ill with COVID. But now with the second wave, I think I might be horribly ill with COVID because like I've never felt this cuck in my life before. Yeah. Yeah, they're not ill with COVID. They're ill with some other kind of December virus. And I know that there is such a thing. What it's exactly called, I don't know, because I didn't go to the doctor when I had it. But there was 2 years ago, so December 2018, I was not feeling very well at all. Like, I had a fever. I was really struggling. And I would just have like a very, very cool, soothing bath. And I just rested as much as I could. But I tell you, I felt awful. And I didn't have like a runny nose or a blocked nose. Like I had no respiratory systems at all. Nothing. But I was sick. I had some kind of virus and I needed to rest to get over that virus. And I've spoken to a few people and it's happened to them like around about November, December, sometimes even January. And they've got this like weird virus that they just couldn't shake. And like it wasn't really anything they could specifically pinpoint what exactly was wrong with them other than just being completely run down. And I think that's what's happened to a lot of people in December. They realize they have a shit ton of medical aid. And so they're just going to go to the doctor. And then they've gone for PCR tests, and those PCR tests have come back positive because they're running them at like 42 cycles instead of 25. So, yeah. Yeah. Lockdowns make unhealthy people. Unhealthy people are sick people. And apparently sick people are COVID patients. So, there you go. Malpit saw a story on SABC about the massive decline in cases in the Eastern Cape. They literally cited the closure of beaches as one of the main reasons for the decline. Wow. Yeah. Correlation does not equal causation, hey? Just does not. Doesn't. Yeah, this is very scary, Tony. And what's even more scary is the fact that there's people in the United States that actually think this is okay. That it's even got as far as it has. It's just disgusting. New York wants to pass a law giving them full power to deem anyone a risk to society. Yeah. It's really not okay. Not okay what's going on, people. Not okay. Okay. Now, let's move along to all these very privileged Karens and Andres that are virtue signaling all over Facebook and Twitter and goodness knows where else. Like wherever anybody will listen to them, they're basically going on about this. And the alcohol ban and keeping trauma units empty does absolutely nothing to help the outcomes of COVID patients. Nothing. Like, how you can even think there is a justification for having an empty trauma unit on New Year's at Chris Hani Baragwanath Hospital because those doctors need to work on COVID patients. It blows my mind. It really does blow my mind. That is... Okay, there is a big difference between a trauma surgeon and a specialist physician that deals with respiratory diseases. A huge fucking difference, okay? This person is used to stitching up bleeding holes and saving your life and making sure you don't bleed out. This person is used to figuring out why your lungs aren't doing their job and trying to fix that. The two don't work in the same unit, okay? Unless there's a trauma patient that has a respiratory problem, and that respiratory problem is not a bullet in his lung. Just a thought. Also, COVID wards are not in trauma wards. Why? Because COVID wards have to be isolated because of the contagious nature of this disease. So obviously the doctors that are working in the COVID ward are not the same doctors that are working in the trauma ward. So an empty trauma unit actually just leaves trauma surgeons without their fucking adrenaline fix for the day. Because that's why you become a trauma surgeon, okay? Because why else would you? Like, that's a really cuck job. Anyway, let me just take a breath and read some comments and find my coffee. It's absolutely ridiculous that Americans think that this is okay. I'm sorry. You don't even have to be sick, just showing symptoms for them to arrest you. That's ridiculous. I was sick in December. My GP sent me for a COVID test. Result negative. Yeah. That trauma unit wasn't empty. Jonathan tweeted explaining the situation. It was just that the section of the trauma unit, that section of the trauma unit where the beds were empty. Fake news. Okay, so the entire trauma unit wasn't completely empty, which is probably a lot more believable, because there'd still be stupid people doing stupid shit even with alcohol bans and curfews. So yeah, that is a hell of a lot more believable. I'm glad people weren't just too scared to go to the hospital, so they died on the streets. That's great. It's still... The Chris Hani Baragwanath trauma unit is the size that it is because that area is used to seeing what it does. Like, yeah. They have a job to do, and the fact that they didn't get that part of their job on New Year's is not necessarily a good thing. So, I'm just saying. Like, yeah. Tony's sure he had COVID in February. Was sick for 3 days with hard breathing, then better, but with slight confusion effects for 3 weeks. All good now. That's good to hear. Good to hear. Funny thing is, I've only heard of one other virus that becomes a disease. HIV. Yeah. Okay. So, there was a second point about the alcohol ban, and I can't remember what it was, because I've already spoken or ranted about the trauma doctors and trauma units not being there to cater for COVID patients. So I'm actually just going to look up what I wrote. Sorry, guys. I really thought I'd remember it. But clearly, age is catching up with me. Okay. Okay, so trauma units and being not COVID units was actually my second point. So my first point, which is my second point today, is that for 26 years, the ANC did not give a fuck about trauma cases. Our medical system has been overwhelmed with trauma since the dawn of time. And they didn't care when doctors were falling asleep behind the wheel of their car after working a 40-hour shift and killing themselves. They didn't care that they were working with limited resources, would quite often be running out of shields, because yes, COVID was not the first time that doctors used shields. Arterial bleeding tends to spray up, so trauma surgeons were running low on shields, gloves, masks, all sorts of different things that you need as a trauma doctor. And they were shorted on them in government hospitals. The ANC didn't care that hospitals were flooded with traumas on the 16th of December or the 25th of December or the 1st of January or over Easter weekend. The ANC didn't care about the road death toll over December and the Easter period. The ANC didn't care. For 26 years, they didn't care. Because if they'd cared, they would have put programs in place to actually deal with the problem of driving in this country. People are irresponsible drivers. And alcohol. They would have put actual re-education programs. I don't know, I don't like that word, but I don't know how else to put it. If they had cared about trauma, they would have dealt with the root cause a long time ago. But no, the way they want to deal with it is to ban something completely. Because that won't make it go illegal at all. Oh no. Oh no, never. Yeah. So, if you think that this alcohol ban is in the best interests of the people, it's not. Okay? It's really not. Because we're looking at a government that hasn't done anything for 26 years. And now they have to be seen to be doing something. So in order to do that, they're taking away our civil liberties. And that's not okay. Happy New Year, Storm. Welcome. It's good to have you here. Yeah. Circa early 2000s? This? Turns out, despite him saying this, he was probably one of the best presidents we had in 26 years of ANC rule. Yes, they only care if they can make money off of it. Hello, Leanne. Okay. Then my third point of my rant in terms of this alcohol ban is in March we were told we're locking down for 21 days to prepare the healthcare sector. 21 days, it's all we need. And then we'll be prepared, we'll have enough PPE, we'll have enough tests, we'll hopefully be closer to a treatment, because in March there was lots of speculation about how to treat this disease, okay? 21 days. 21 days became 35 days. 35 days became lockdown levels. Lockdown level 3 started on the 1st of June, which is where we should have been from the beginning. 1st of June was where we should have been from the beginning. There was absolutely no reason to have such a hard lockdown for 2.5 months. Absolutely no reason. Finally, we went to level 1 in, was it October or September? I don't know. But basically, cigarettes and alcohol were allowed to be sold again, and people forgot. People forgot what this government did to us. That they gave us alcohol and then they took it away. And then we finally got cigarettes back, and they were like, oh no, everything's cool. I can smoke, I can drink, like everything's cool. I can go back to work, stuff's going to be okay. Can probably make a bit of money in time for Christmas. Everything's going to be just peachy, guys. It's okay. Yeah. We got complacent, guys. We got complacent. So 21 days to prepare the healthcare sector turned into 9 months of lockdown, and then we got shouted at like naughty little school children, and we got told it's our own fault that the trauma units that don't treat COVID are overrun because we drink too much and behave too irresponsibly, and now we have a COVID problem again. And it's all our fault. So, Corin and Andre and all those people that are sitting there in their cute little suburban houses and haven't lost a cent throughout lockdown because they've been able to work from home, and they haven't really lost their sanity because their kids are in a private school and the private schools went online like straight away, guys. And I'm so impressed. And they're just doing so well with online schooling, and I can just sit here and sip my Chardonnay and just make sure that they're there in front of the screen and everything's okay. You people need to shut the fuck up and sit the hell down, because you have no idea just how harmful it is to turn around and say to your fellow South Africans that it's their fault that they have to leave their house because they can't afford Checkers 60/60, and they need to leave their house and actually go and do their shopping them fucking selves. Okay, that's not okay. So you guys need to stop it, please, and thank you. And that might be the end of my rant. I don't know. But it's not my fucking fault that there's COVID infections on the rise. And the government had a long time to prepare the hospitals, and they didn't. So there. In South Africa, the danger is extreme if strict safety guidelines for needle protocols are not adhered to, must be monitored. They may cut corners to save money. Be careful if you want the jab. You're not going to be getting the jab. Hello, Germ. Thank you very much. My lighting is really messing with me. Maybe I should close this curtain. Maybe that'll work. Hey, that actually does help a lot. I should have done that 2 weeks ago. Congrats, I've attracted a troll. Which troll have I who's a troll? And Andre and all of their friends that think like them. Oh, the troll is a YouTube algorithm Need code talk when typing. Oh, gosh. Guys, you're going to make me blush. So just stop it. Thank you. And yeah. Hello, Laura. Okay. I'm worried that someone says there's a troll and I can't see it. Okay. I'm just going to leave it. The vaccine is amazing. We love the WHO. Praise be to masks and social distancing. Yeah. Yeah. It's fun. If you want the vaccine, by all means, go ahead. But I'm going to take my chances because we don't have enough vaccines for everybody. So, yeah, I'm just not going to do it. Apparently, Jerome is the troll. The troll is because the one unlike. Oh, do I have a dislike? Oh, it's okay. I know I have a few haters out there, so it's cool. Without a doubt, I always get at least one dislike. So it just happens. Yeah, I'm catching on, guys. I'm catching on. Sorry. I can't see likes and dislikes and all of that in StreamYard. And when I switched to YouTube, I just looked at the comments. I didn't look at the likes and dislikes. Like, I just didn't. Like, I don't care. If anybody I don't care if anybody likes or dislikes what I have to say. Well, I mean, I do care in that if you're watching this and you like it, then please show that by hitting the like button, because interaction makes the YouTube algorithm say, hey, people are liking this content, let's like send more, like suggest it to more people. And I want to spread this message to everybody. So yeah, that's why I ask you to like it. But I don't really care if people agree with me or not. Like, if you dislike it, then dislike it. I don't care. YouTube bots pay no attention. This is the vaxxers versus anti-vaxxers all over again. And unfortunately, there's a lot of what is coming out now and is becoming more sort of mainstream news that hasn't been as well covered in the past. So like I saw a meme today of Robert Kennedy Jr. Saying that the CDC owns so many patents for vaccines and blah, blah. They're not independent. They actually profit from vaccines. I've known Robert Kennedy's stance on vaccines for 5 years. More than 5 years. So it's like, it's not news to me. Laura's asking if we've got a date. No. I'm running out of clothes. Because we haven't done ironing. So I'm like finding all the stuff that like is always too fancy to wear at home. And I'm wearing it at home. So I must sing Lucky down. No. I've tried to get my dog to howl for singing and it doesn't work. He howls for howling. But yeah. No. I hope they don't close the gyms again. We're way past our second wave where I live. Infections are half of what they were 3 weeks ago. That's good news. That's very good news for that area. I really hope that they don't close. Oh, that's another thing. I was reading the gazetted regulations from after last week's address. It was so funny to read that you cannot you can't have a gathering, right? And even religious gatherings, faith-based gatherings, are not allowed. So you can't go to church. And apparently, under level 3, which was before, like you couldn't visit family and stuff like that either. But I mean, people didn't care. They still visited family and friends. People are still on holiday. Like, what must they do? Drive home on the 28th of December. And they're planning to stay till after New Year. Yeah. So you can't have faith-based gatherings. Funerals are limited to 50 people. No after tears events or wakes. Like all of this stuff. But you can have a gathering at a gym. So long as if it's indoors, it's under 50 people. And if it's outdoors, it's 100 people or less. Like, seriously? We can't go to church with 49 other people, but we can go work out with them. Guys, is there not a problem here? Do you not see the problem? Okay. I'm a student of Edward Jenner's work. Really amazing, but I also understand Margaret Sanger's work, and this makes me not trust the new vaccine. Those names mean absolutely nothing to me. However, I'm interested to find out more. Like, just how interested, I don't know. We'll see how far I get with this Google search. Okay, Margaret Sanger was a birth control activist, sex educator, writer, and nurse. That Margaret Sanger. Let me know. Hello, Beaver. Beaver's dropped the babe today. Getting people fit, man. At least they can worship the CrossFit. Is that Ramon? Oh, that's funny. Margaret Sanger, the chickie who started Planned Parenthood. Yes, but that sounds too kind. All right. COVID-21 solutions, you are going to have to be a little less cryptic and a little more forthcoming and tell me where I should be looking and what I should be finding out. Because obviously Wikipedia is not going to be that reliable. Oh, wait, look at this. The next entry on the Google search is Margaret Sanger was a racist eugenics advocate who shouldn't, and then it cuts off. Planned Parenthood founder tied to eugenics and racism. How a woman who advocated for the selective, then it cuts off. That might be interesting. Okay, let's see what rabbit holes I can fall down tonight. We can always see, right? And for those of you who don't know what eugenics is, it's like basically a aborting fetuses that might not be perfect, or like being in favor of fiddling with the gene pool to get a more superior human race. That's a very simplified explanation of what eugenics is. Okay, so okay, I'll look at it. I might not talk about it because, like, I do try to keep this channel just about liberty related things, but if I can find a liberty angle on it, I might talk about it after educating myself more on it, if that's what you'd like. Goodness me, it's only been 40 minutes. So what's on everybody's mind? How has 2021 treated you so far? I might go stock up on vape juice and coils in case it gets banned again. Don't like spending lots of cash in one go like that. I know, it can be hard. How's our nicotine?
Yours is finished.
Yeah. You might want to order. And yours?
A litre?
You can make a litre of juice.
Probably.
It's not enough.
It's like, I don't know, 3 months.
3 months, okay. Sure.
But yeah, I'm not sorting it.
Please. My husband makes our own vape juice, so I was just checking that we had nicotine. And we've got wire. He makes it our own coils. We've got all rebuildable devices. So inside this device, can you see there's a shell there that's got a coil in that takes cotton. And sorry, this is reversed, so it's very difficult. So in that metal part is the coil, and you put cotton in, and that's how we vape. So it's actually a lot cheaper than buying the throwaway single-use coils. And even this little magic device has got, I don't want to mess. So that would normally be a replaceable coil that you would just slide in there. You know what I'm talking about, Malpit. Inside this, it's very tiny, very finicky for my husband to work with, but he manages it. He does a very good job. Is a rebuildable coil, and you can put the cotton in there. So yeah, we don't need to buy coils. Just get some more nicotine. You never know, you might need like currency. So definitely go buy a couple of cartons of cigarettes. Where do people buy vape juice by the litre? At the manufacturers. But no, we don't buy by the litre. And he doesn't make it like a litre at a time. He'll like mix a flavour and vape it and finish it if he enjoys it. Otherwise, yeah. He's constantly making, like tweaking the juice that he makes for me. It's like a custard, coffee, tobacco that I enjoy. But he's always tweaking it, so Getting your DNA tested for fun to see your lineage is not wise. All you're doing is sending them your access code. I'm an old cynical man that has seen and learned a lot in my days. Yeah, I don't like that genealogy thing, hey? Where, like, then all of a sudden, like, okay, I know you have to agree to it, but I think it's a bit weird that, like, people that are related to you can look you up. And I mean, all of those kids, there was an episode of Carte Blanche on this. All of those kids that were conceived with like donor sperm are suddenly like meeting up and like saying, yeah, I'm your half sibling, and yeah, so our dad like donated sperm at this place like 35 years ago, and here we are. Like, no, 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 no. Don't do it, guys. Don't do it. David Icke is making more sense than last year. This year is going to be FUBAR. Yeah. We must buy cigarettes to sell at profit. Yeah, but not like, don't double the price. Just like, if a box of cigarette costs 35 Rand and then they get banned, sell them for 40 Rand. Like, be reasonable. This like 1,500 for a carton of Peter Blue. Like, come on, guys. No. Malpit's got 3.5 cartons of cigarettes left from before he started vaping. At least I'll make some money from the tobacco ban. Yeah, you can get some money back for those. That'll be cool. Snafu. What's a snafu? Hey guys, we are 19 likes. That is so awesome. Thank you. Okay, no, seriously. What else do you want to talk about? Possible cigarette bans. Is that all you got for me today? Possible cigarette bans. Trauma units not being actually completely empty. What else? System normal. I feel like this is just life in general. Like, it just, yeah. It's just life in general. Malpit wants to go surfing. I don't blame you. I really don't blame you. I mean, isn't this supposed to be the best time of year to be able to do that? And the kite surfing and everything? So, yeah. I have news that's not terribly exciting, but it's news nonetheless. I am hopefully getting a new phone this week. If Telkom will let Vodacom port my number. Like, yeah, I was hoping, because we cancelled, so my contract was due for an upgrade, but there wasn't any phone that I wanted to get on a Telkom contract. And then I saw one on Vodacom. So I thought, okay, I'll rather get that. And then because Telkom can't seem to manage to cancel the contract and he's charging us 100 Rand a month for, I'm not even getting the free minutes that I used to get. And now they won't let the number port because they're saying there's still a contract in place. Oh. I thought it would like cancel it, like to port it, but no. Think about it. In 10 years, you'll pick up a jacket and find a mask in the pocket and think 2020, what a strange year. Then pick up your panga and continue roaming the wastelands, avoiding cannibals. Yeah. Yeah, I think, yeah, it's gonna get tougher. 2021 is gonna get tougher, guys, than 2020 was. I think just we're better prepared now. So yeah, like I don't want to be too much of a Debbie Downer. It's only the 5th. This is a good idea. Not a great time for surfing because there's less weather systems to create swell. Waves are best in winter, but I still want to surf when there are some summer waves. Yeah. I've never lived by the sea, so like I don't understand this whole thing at all. But I do understand that it's like a culture. So this is interesting. If you tape over the phone camera, the phone won't turn on. Try it. Did you hear that? If you tape over the phone camera, the phone won't turn on.
What?
I suppose it depends on the phone.
Yeah, it must.
Yeah. Front camera or back camera or both? And which brand? Well, now I don't want to jinx it, so I'm not going to say. But yeah, I'll let you guys know if it happens. So yeah, right, it's been nearly an hour and I don't want to check this spam I get on Twitch. I actually don't know why I bother streaming there anymore. I must actually look at what other platforms StreamYard supports because, yeah. Oh, it's on iPhone. So you got to cover all the cameras on iPhone, then the phone won't turn on. I have a very old iPhone, so I don't think it'll work. But I'll try it for the sake of science. Yeah, I don't really want to go into Ramon's time, so I want to give you guys a chance to go get some refreshments and perhaps relieve yourself before you go watch Morning Shot. So I'm going to sign off. And yeah, I think he is doing a wind down. Let me see. I think that might be the notification I got on YouTube. Yes. He is doing a wind down today. So I'll give you guys a chance to go relieve yourself, grab a fresh coffee, and go and join Ramon. This has been Eleutheria, enlightening South Africa through liberty. Remember, it's not our fault that the cases are rising. The virus is just virusing. That's what happens. Don't let this government divide us any more than they already have. Start standing together. Start watching out for your neighbors instead of reporting them, snitching. Stop it. Okay. And that's it. Stay safe out there. Don't wear a mask if you don't have to. And I'll see you tomorrow.